What's up, guys, and welcome back to Ecom Mind Maps. This is Sage, and this is a collection, the mind maps behind our agency and how we're able to scale multiple seven-figure and eight-figure brands with our creator systems, creative strategy, and paid GMV and targeted meta campaigns. And today we're going to follow up on the past two videos that I was talking about, where I talked about how to build a creator culture funnel, which is how to bring and find more creators and then get those creators to post videos for you, outreach to those creators using Instantly, and then finding them through Fastmoss and Cruvo, which was once Uptick.io, and then eventually ascending them to a segmented campaign, which is our creator conversion system, which I talked about in my last video, which is very similar to what Bloom Nutrition / Bloom Supplements does. You can find their strategy from a guy named Greg LaVecchia on YouTube. And basically, it sums up how to find creators, how to give them a brief, and then what type of campaigns to focus on when targeting a campaign launch. So you might have already been successful on Meta or perhaps Amazon. And today I'm going to share with you exactly how we bring something that's working to something that's working much better and that's more scalable. And so if you already built up a creative creator sheet, affiliate marketing program sheet, where you can tell, okay, who's doing what and what videos have created the most traction, whether that be Meta or TikTok, I'm going to share with you how to create a segmented campaign where you can segment the winning videos and creators, create a Slack, and then segment the top creators and pay them a monthly fee to recreate the same videos that went viral or had the most engagement. And today I'm going to talk a bit less about how we're bringing them to Slack because it's very easy once you have the relationship. But I will say this, with your creators, when you're building the list and when you're doing the outreach, always build a funnel in which you have 1 to 7 emails sparsed out through 2 weeks time, where you're outreaching to influencers and that you always have your pipeline full of influencers. Don't get stuck in the idea of having to find them. Find competitors, look at what they're posting, the influencers they're working with, and then go ahead and create a funnel in which you can approach new influencers. Also, it would be great to create a landing page where influencers can submit their information consistently. And you can build this on Lovable, and the SEO, if you niche it right, will allow you to be found by other creators who are looking for opportunities. So once you have already had people apply, this pipeline's already full, and you're giving them their first couple deals and they've submitted content, what you're going to do is you're going to work heavily on creating a approval TikTok publishing process, sales conversion tracking links. So this is Bitly. It can be you're using a UTM parameter. It can also mean you're using a third-party link or funnel. You can even use Go High Level. Also possible for you to attach a UTM or pixel to both TikTok, Meta, Pinterest, Google, you name it. But as long as you have the tracking done, you're going to be able to tell what creator does the most via their affiliate tracker and their analytics dashboard. You can even give them their own landing page if you feel comfortable with that. Bottom line, after you see the best performance from the creators that you've done work with, you're going to do ongoing opportunities on a Slack group where you do at least one group call every 2 weeks, where you speak with the creators, give them monthly bonuses, pool together the GMV and profit that you have, and split about 15 to 20% of that for the creators to go and make new content. And this is the same as reinvesting on advertising or reinvesting in your business. And this is actually what drives the advertising long term. So now once you have that, the system is pretty much a flow where you're able to figure out, okay, I know what creatives are working. I see what's working, the UGC that's worked in the past. and I'm going to go ahead and pull that into a segmented campaign, and I'm going to incentivize for more creatives. The most important part of this is how you're trying to message to the customer. And so the two most important things for branding or creating a brand with long shelf life, the Bloom Nutrition of the world, the AG1s of the world, the Rise Superfoods of the world, just to name a few, the Aura Rings of the world. They have status behind their brand. They have messaging, and the messaging is relayed and layered over years and years of time through the creators and content, to which all the content speaks about one clear goal that lets that specific customer profile that hasn't purchased yet, but maybe has heard about it, more interested in purchasing. And so when you're doing your content, you may be just figuring out the content structure to give a brief to the first creators, or you may be looking to amplify the creatives that have already worked. I would always go with this creator success kit, and you can screenshot it here. You can comment below or just ask me or book a call at launchtiktokshop.org, and I will talk to you about it. But let me just break this down for the next couple minutes. Now, every single UGC video out there has one of these frameworks in them, which is why you need to pay attention if you're launching on TikTok Shop as a seller or as a creator. Now, the content pillars are problem solution, meaning I have a problem and the ICP has a problem similar to me. I'm going to frame myself in their shoes, and I'm going to show them my problem, tell them why I had this problem, make them feel that problem to feel that sympathy, and then solve that problem through a technique with the product, never missing or never deviating from the product focus. The other way of content is day in a life, which is self-explanatory. Before and after, which is results driven because everybody likes testimonials. Honest reviews, which is also pretty self-explanatory. And then educational, which is very similar to and can be a blend of all of these content pillars. Now, it's very important that you focus on your hook deck as well. Once you have a creator that's great at making video, their hook deck is going to be a winner for this. So this is a little bit of a list of the hooks that we use, but you can go to a YouTube channel called Callaway with a K and two L's, and he will break down all about strategy. We use it. We love it. We also look at the stuff from Greg and from Hudson at Comfort. This is all the strategies that we are utilizing today. Now, the most important things, aside from the content pillars, are the content frameworks. Now, in copywriting, there are sets of frameworks that get more conversions, whether you're listening to it or whether you're reading it. And this is something that I like to talk about in a book called, I had to get this book. This book is called The Persuasion Code. Now, in the Persuasion Code, it talks about how to map the brain and what parts in the brain actually activate each specific nurture and signal that gets either somebody more comfortable or less comfortable with you. Now, if you read these frameworks and if you utilize this correctly, or if somebody listens to it, your goal as a marketer is to get the person at the other end of the screen to feel you before they have a logical thought process about your product. Now, so this can eliminate the frameworks in which you're highly skeptical, and you can focus more on either vibe, feeling, trustworthiness, or look or appeal, which is why a lot of the creators out there that have strong women-based products or men-based products go for a specific aesthetic that they're using multiple times over and over. For example, our brand Cocoa Beauty, or a brand like Biodance, or a brand like Comfort will go for the aesthetic, or Gymshark will go for aesthetic, and you already trust their brand. You feel it before you think logically about purchasing. Now, these frameworks are to be copied exactly how I'm laying it out. And if you do this, and if your creator follows this, they're going to create more conversions than you can ever imagine. You won't even have to worry about targeting your paid ads on TikTok Shop or a Meta CBO campaign. You're just going to be able, or Meta ACV campaign. All you're going to do is add these creatives and then target them broad, they're going to work, and then you're going to focus on targeting after that. So the first one is problem, agitate, solution framework, just like how I said. The next one is story framework, which is hook, problem, why it matters, solution, show the product, show the result, and then call to action, soft call to action, which is like, hey, I was having a hard time with my weight and just my sleep. I just don't know how to manage it. And it turns out this ring is exactly what I needed. I didn't know. My wife had it for over a year. This is what it looks like. Show the app, show the results. Now my sleep went from this to this. My resting heart rate went from this to this. And here, by the way, if you want to get it, check this link out in my description or whatever. The other part of that is lifestyle framework. You're waking up, you're doing a daily life thing, you're showing the product within the integrated version of your life. You've seen this stuff, and then you're going to recommend possibly while you're doing something outside of looking at the camera, so it's more subtle. Product demo and framework, review framework, you can screenshot this here. There are different types of ways that you want to film. I have the lighting behind me. It's good to have lighting in front of me as well if I'm a creator. I'm not a creator. I'm just breaking this down. You can check out this filming guideline below and then the creator checklist here. Again, if you guys need these materials, we have so many frameworks here. We just don't know what to do with them. We're happy to break this down for you or send it to you for free. Now, the do's and the don'ts before we end this video are always smile, always come with a good, positive energy. That's the creator. Be yourself because you need to be authentic. People need to feel you before they convert or before they think logically about you. Speak naturally, use movement, show the which also means cuts and transitions. Show the product often, show your face, film vertically, keep energy high, and show real life, tell stories. The better you are at telling stories, keeping a good attitude, and changing the cut and the angle consistently, or just having an organic feel, is what drives most of the success for these creators. And I'm going to show you exactly why. So I'm going to show you the difference between a good creative and a bad creative with the funnel that we put together and the map that we put together for Bloom. Now, Bloom builds the audience first, which is what we're doing right now. They sell their digital product along with their complete supplement product, which has MRR and AOV worked in there so that they can make more revenue as they go without losing trust and without losing customers. Now, the first thing that's most important, what I was trying to say, was they build the brand first so they have a focus and they know exactly how to convince people to purchase. This is some of the content that Bloom Nutrition has on their page, and I'm going to go over it with you right now. Now, as you can tell, most of this content, super organic, super natural, and it's not obviously salesy, it's reactive, and it's showing exactly what we want to see as somebody who would be the ICP for purchasing this. Now, something that wouldn't be good is something that's way too salesy that just doesn't convert very well because it seems a bit too set up. And I'm going to show you exactly what that would look like as well. And I can usually tell by looking at the engagements on that specific partnership. So check this out. Shout out to Bloom for this Bloom haul. I'm so excited about it. Let me check it out. I love drinking those every night. This month they gave me a whole case. I'm so excited about this. So this UGC is not really UGC. It's just like a review product video. And it's up in your face that, hey, they sent me this product to promote it. Now, the problem with this is you could have done so many different things with them giving you cartons and cartons or cases of the product that would have been looking more natural. But now, because you've positioned it as a promotion, people are less likely to engage, less likely to be convinced, and they're not going to look at your video for much longer because they can assume what's happening in the video. In the other video, you're organically looking at the video and you just wanted to see into somebody's life for a second, which is why people are scrolling TikTok. So this quickly sums up what I was saying about the persuasion code and about applying the right organic frameworks and copywriting and video styles into your UGC. Once you have these type of people, don't lose them. Try your hardest to make sure that you can use them and continue to pay them their fee. Now, next time we're going to talk about how I look at GMV ads and how I look at the copywriting before sending out a brief. And so go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment if you have any issues of help. We have a team of over 35 people who are ready to speak to you and give you some advice. But also, I'm willing to talk TikTok shop all day long. We've been working on this for the past 3 years. This was Ecom Mind Maps with Sage. Thanks. Peace.